Hi people, it's Archivist here and welcome to a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 Top 5. This is going to be an ultra subjective list where I'm going to be talking about my 5 favourite kill streaks in the game. It's not because I necessarily consider them to be the most deadly, these are just simply the ones I am happiest are in the game. Soaring over the battlefield is the cruise missile, or as I sometimes find myself calling it, the predator missile. In most CODs we get this kind of kill streak where there's a death from above missile. Unfortunately we didn't get something as powerful as the Hellstorm or even the Trinity rocket, but what I think makes the cruise missile so good in this game is that you're really going to want to be using it to target other kill streaks or enemy tanks in ground war. So the fact that we have so many armoured targets to fight in this game makes the cruise missile for me a lot more valuable. I like to think of this one as my ace in the hole, where if the enemy decides to throw a VTOL or a support helo at me, then I'll just go, so what guys, I've got this measly 5 kill streak cruise missile and I'm going to take it out. So it's one that I don't always try to use the moment I get it. So the Wilson tiny tank is a personal favourite of mine. It wasn't until I actually started using it that I found it to be deeply amusing to play with. There's something about this relatively short little tank going into the enemy position, utterly fearless, moving fast with this cannon, and they just scatter and run from you. Like, you get to go so close up to the enemy and they'll just see you and think, oh crap, it's a tiny tank, run. It's something almost like slapstick about it, the way that you just drive up. You're pretty damn small, you're not in a massive tank where, yeah, of course they're going to run from you. It's tiny little tank and you just go to town on people. It's hilarious. The only downside, I suppose, is that maybe some of the maps like Gun Runner are a little bit tricky to get around using the Wilson, but I have to say I've really warmed to this one. It's a favourite of mine. The Wilson forever, guys. The Wilson forever. Way back in the day when we played Call of Duty 4, we learned that there's nothing more satisfying than getting to 7 kills and getting your attack helicopter. Now, over the years, the attack chopper equivalent has seemingly got harder and harder to get, but with that increase, they seem to have got increasingly tougher. And in this game, the support helo is one tough son of a bitch. You don't have to direct it, you don't have to tell it where to go, it just flies over the battlefield with that incredibly satisfying rotary sound and just mops up the enemy for you. And it can take a decent amount of punishment due to that highly reinforced armour. And, well, also, there's also the fact that this particular kill streak always reminds me of the opening scene from the first Michael Bay Transformers film, which is like the best part of the Transformers film. So maybe there's some weird connection I have to the kill streak as well for that reason. When your ground troops are in danger, you call this bad boy in to mop the enemy up. This chopper gunner is incredibly fun to use, and the number one thing I like about this particular incarnation of the chopper gunner would be the fact that you can move around the battlefield and basically hunt down and chase enemies and kill them, and it's so much fun. And also, not only do you get the very powerful main cannon which you can control quite easily, but there's also the Hydra rockets which have so much splash damage. Not only are they great for taking out enemy infantry, but you can also turn them on enemy tanks, and as a result this thing is just super well rounded. It's really fun to use, you've got a lot of agency, just generally speaking a fantastic kill streak to earn and even funner to actually use. If you're the kind of player that isn't satisfied with just defeating your enemy, you want to utterly batter them until they won't want to play you anymore, then the Gunship is definitely the kill streak for you. What I really love about this one is the fact that there's a little bit of a knack to the way you use it, because as you're firing each of the guns they have to reload, which necessitates actually switching between them as you're firing. First you've got that 25mm rapid fire cannon, then you've got the midpoint with the 40mm cannon. It's got decent splash damage and a reasonable rate of fire. And then you have my favourite, the 105mm cannon. This thing is so satisfying to use because you are basically dropping a bomb on your enemy. It is very, very fun, a super satisfying, super deadly, yet admittedly hard to get kill streak, but if you do get it, the reward is rather satisfying. So these were my top 5 favourite kill streaks in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. If you have your own list of your top 5 kill streaks in this game, do let me know, or indeed if you haven't had a chance to play Modern Warfare yet, let me know what your favourite kill streaks are in just COD in general. As always people, thanks very much for watching and see you next time.